Welcome back to 101 Sports Webcast. I'm here with our NBA experts, Thomas Hale and Bennett Lemansky. With the NBA season underway, there are some surprising teams that are exceeding expectations and then those who are not really living up to the hype. We're going to play a game called Buy or Sell, and you guys are going to decide whether a team's early success and you would buy that, or whether a team's early downfall, failure, and you could sell that. So let's start with the Toronto Raptors, who had a playoff appearance last year. Are they the team to beat in the Eastern Conference?
I'm going to say they're not the team to beat, so I'm going to sell this one. I think the Cavs and the Bulls are definitely going to pick up their slack. They have new rosters, so they need some time to get together. Once they do get together, they'll definitely be the teams to beat. And Toronto's toughest team they played so far is Miami, and they lost to them. So they play Chicago on Thursday, so we'll see how they do then we'll talk about them.
I do agree with Thomas. I mean, I know that game against Miami was a road game off a back-to-back, but right now Toronto does have the best offense in the league. They're averaging over 107 points per game, and I would just be skeptical to think they can keep that up for the whole year. Also, I mean, Amir Johnson is big key for them. He's been hurt. He's having a couple of ankle injuries this year. So I think Chicago's depth, and Chicago's been really deep this year, I think that's going to play a big part as the season moves on.
So both in agreement that this is a fallacy. Toronto Raptors are not going to finish first in the East.
I don't think
we're
so.
selling that.
Yeah, we're selling
All right,
that one.
so we're going to go ahead and sell the Toronto Raptors. And we'll move to the Milwaukee Bucks, led by Jason Kidd this year. And is Jason Kidd going to be able to coach this Milwaukee Bucks team to the playoffs?
Not this year. I'm selling that one. I think they're a year or two away. I love some of the young pieces they have. Giannis, the young kid from Greek, and Jabari Parker are playing really well, but I just don't think they have. I think they're one piece away. They're one good player away, a good veteran from making a playoff run.
I definitely agree with that. I think, like you said, they need just another player. They need another impact player. They don't have the pieces to keep up with teams like Washington and even the Nets, really. And so far, Jabari hasn't been playing up to the hype that was given to him. He's only averaging about 12 points a game. I'm sure that'll pick up eventually, but not yet. Just not yet. I'll put that for sale.
I'm going to agree with both of you. Milwaukee Bucks, Jason Kidd, I know he had a good season with the Nets last year, but I just don't, and I'm going to sell that. Yeah. So I'm going to throw three teams at you guys right here. Phoenix Suns, Sacramento Kings, New Orleans Pelicans are all going to make the playoffs, all three of them. Are you guys buying or selling that, Thomas, to you?
I want to buy the Pelicans, but I want to sell the Kings and the Suns. The reason why I say that, the Pelicans, you got Anthony Davis playing out of his mind right now, averaging 24 points, 12 rebounds, definitely MVP candidate so far. And for the first time, they've actually got a healthy roster. They got Eric Gordon back and Drew Holiday. I just don't think the Kings and the Suns can really keep up with the rest of the West, especially once San Antonio gets back into shape.
Are you going 1 for 3 too?
I'm buying New Orleans and Phoenix.
Okay.
I love Anthony Davis too. I think the Pelicans have a great deep roster. I think they're going to make the playoffs. And I think Phoenix is finally starting to figure out their guard rotation, and I think that is the key for them moving forward. I think they have the best, most deep backcourt in the NBA. And once they figure out how to make that rotation work, which they have done the last couple games, they've got a couple big wins, they can move forward.
Sort of agree with Bennett here, not taking your side, because I think these are three teams that very in the mix, and it's tough to say this early on. But the Los Angeles Lakers, with Kobe Bryant finally returning from injury, this one's a curveball to me, being the worst team in the Western Conference. I don't think that's true. What do you think, Bennett? Throw it to you.
I do not think they will be the worst team in the Western Conference as long as Kobe stays healthy. I think if Kobe stays healthy, I mean, there's just not enough you can say about his competitive drive.
And if he's not healthy,
if Kobe's not healthy, the last piece of the Steve Nash deal is that the Lakers have a top 5 protected pick for this draft, which means if that draft pick falls in the top 5, they keep it. But if it goes outside the top 5, it goes to Phoenix. If they lose Kobe, I think they're gonna get their draft pick in the top 5, and I think that might mean finishing worst in the West.
I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to buy this one. Kobe, he's Kobe Bryant. He's been holding it down. He's never going to give up on that. So the only thing though is that they lost Steve Nash, they lost Jabari Parker. They were looking for him to do big things this season, but just without them, I don't think Kobe can just hold this team all on his own. They don't really have anyone else. I mean, I love Jeremy Lin, but he's not going to do too much in LA. So I just think, compared to the West, it's such a hard conference. They can't keep up with everyone else.
So bottom for you?
Yeah, bottom.
Bottom. It's okay. I'm saying no bottom for the Lakers. I have too much confidence in Kobe Bryant. I love the man too much.
Yeah.
That's going to do it for the program, the association, as we like to call it. But stick around, as Connor will be back at the Deck's Nest to talk college basketball season preview.